Hi, this is Peter. In this video I will show you a game between Frederick Kotov and Maximilian Pepke. This game was played in Poprad, Czech Republic in 1901. In this game Frederick Kotov had white pieces and he started with e4. Pepke played c5, Sicilian defense, d4, c takes on d4, and now if queen takes on d4 then we would have checkover variation of the Sicilian defense. Instead Kotov preferred f4, knight to f6, e5, knight to d5, knight to f3, queen to a5 check, bishop to d2, queen to b6, and Kotov played knight to a3. Very good move. Pepke continued with knight to c6. If queen takes on b2 then this is not a very good idea because of knight to c4. And perhaps white would be even winning after this move. So we have knight to c6, bishop to d3, g6. Perhaps better move in this position is e6. That would be faster, and also e6 would be a defensive measure. You will see later on. We have g6, knight to c4, queen c5, knight g5, a6, knight e4. So a6 makes the room for the queen on a7. Also b5 is coming, so knight is feeling a bit uncomfortable. And because of this, Kotov played a4, preventing b5, bishop to g7, perhaps bishop to h6 should have been considered. We have bishop to g7, and now Kotov played the first move that is almost impossible to guess, because this is actually not the best move in the position, but this is a very interesting move. It creates a lot of tactical possibilities, exactly as Kotov wanted. The move is g4, and the first threat it creates is psychological. Black would think that he's ill-advised to castle, because if black castles short, then h4 would come. But the problem is that black would actually still be better, even though white would be the one attacking. But chess is also a psychological game, so Pepke, exactly as Kotov predicted, crumbled under pressure and didn't castle in this position. Instead he played b6, fianchettoing the bishop, and again, if he were to castle and white, so if black castled, white played h4, now b6 would work. But now b6 doesn't work because the king is in the center. And Kotov played second brilliant move here, which is knight c to d6 check, e takes on d6, knight takes on d6 check, king to f8, bishop to c4, and in this very difficult position Pepke played perhaps the best move, knight d to e7, giving back second pawn. If instead knight to c7, then perhaps rook to f1 preparing f5, very strong attack. And instead, if knight c to e7, then queen to f3 preparing f5 and advantage to white again. So under the circumstances Pepke played the best move, knight d to e7, but he underestimated his opponent when he entered this line, because in this position Kotov played a third brilliant move, and this move is really brilliant. It's almost impossible to find. The move is f5, knight takes on e5, f6, bishop takes on f6, so Kotov sacrificed 2 pawns for the attack, and in this position he continued with castling. d3, queen to e1, and now let's have a very good look at this position. especially the king. The king is on g1, so the idea that black has is b5, one of the ideas. But actually, if b5 immediately doesn't work, black has a saving move in this position, and that is knight to f5, and this is not a joke. This knight should come to f5, and then after white plays anything, b5 is coming. So the idea is that knight would block this rook from hitting the bishop and x-raying the pawn. And also the second problem is that this knight cannot really move because it has to defend f7. Knight takes on g4, knight takes on c4 is out of question because of bishop to h6 and rook takes on f6 ideas. But instead of all this, black played the best move that he thought would be the best human move, which is b5 check, attacking bishop. The problem is bishop to e3, very simple block, bishop to h4, queen for queen, and Kotov oblige. We have queen trades, rook a takes on e1, knight takes on c4, rook takes on f7 check, king to g8, rook f takes on e7, knight takes on d6, bishop to d4, h6, and Kotov played the last brilliant move, and that is not bishop takes rook, but he played rook to g7 check. In this position, bishop takes rook is possible, but white would win the exchange, but he would give very important bishop, and actually the plan is very simple. King is in a mating net. Not now, but in a few moves he will be in a mating net because of the bishop, and if bishop takes rook, then white would have no mating net. Okay, so we have rook to g7, king to f8, rook to f1 check, king to e8, rook takes on g6, rook to h7, bishop to c5. This is why white preserved his bishop, because of this move. The only move is knight to f5, king is in a mating net, rook to g8 check, king to f7, rook to f8 check, king to g6, rook 8 takes on f5, and in this position Pepke resigned. Unbelievable attack. White is not winning on the spot here, but this is a very slow death for black, and perhaps Pepke had enough torture from Kotov. Okay, let's go over the game once again very fast. Okay, so this is the first position. Not queen takes on b2, but Pepke played better move. In this position, instead of g6, Pepke should have considered e6. That would be slightly faster. And also e6 would defend against f5 later on. g6. Bishop to h6 should have been considered, slightly more active. And in this position, castling should have been considered. Castling h4 and then b6. Not b6 first because of knight to d6 check. And in this position, this is actually the best move under the circumstances. Not knight to c7, not knight c to e7. They would both give advantage to white, so this is the best move. But in this case, knight to f5, and after a random move from black, then b5 would be, well, not winning, but this would offer the best chances to win the game. Instead we have p5 first, and because of this move white won the game. And this is the final position. Very slow death for black. As I said, there is no fast win here, but my guess is that Pepke had enough torture and resigned. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next ones. Thanks for watching. Bye.